on Luve?
Not yet. I don't know what happened, you know. He hurt his elbow. He hit his elbow. And we're going to get x-rayed and everything else will be back to school. So he couldn't. Tingling sensation in his fingers. That's as much as an update as I can give you right now. Okay.
Was that as difficult to coach as it was to watch?
That wasn't nice to watch? Some people will look at that as a thing of beauty. I don't know that I've been a part of a game like that, to tell you the truth. I mean, I look at the first half, and going into halftime, I felt we were getting easy shots that we were missing. We were getting the ball right at the rim, and the ball just wasn't going in. We weren't making. I mean, I think we only took 3 threes in the first half. I don't know for sure. We only took 7 for the game. I think it was 3 threes in the first half, and we were getting the ball in the paint at the rim, and the ball just wasn't going in. And so, I don't think we need to make that many adjustments offensively in the second half. Then we came out and did the exact same thing in the second half. So, I don't know whether it was pretty or ugly or what, but I know I've never been a part of a game like that.
Given those missed chippies, talk about the impact of your zone defense that you played for most of the game.
Yeah, and we didn't necessarily go into it anticipating playing that much zone. We saw it was effective, and so we stayed with it. And so, fortunately, our defense was good. Our defense was, if not very, very good tonight. The team scored 36 points. Now what we have to improve on is, I think out of that 36, and I'm not sure, but I feel like, probably 20 of those were on second shots. At least that's what I mean. I don't know exactly what, but they got too many offensive rebounds, particularly early, particularly in the first half. The zone caused them to take long shots, and they got the long rebounds. It wasn't like they were just shoving us under the basket. No, they were running down the long rebounds, and we have to do a better job with that. But the zone was effective. Our zone's been pretty effective. It's not bad. We done?
You got off to good starts really on both early portions of both halves. What happened to sort of let Tennessee get traction and get back in the game, do you think?
They are. I said this going in to the game. They are a good defensive team. I said this yesterday. Some of you guys were there yesterday. I said they are a very good defensive team. We knew nothing was going to be easy. That being said, I'll go back to what I said. We did get easy shots. The ball just didn't go in. And so, you walk away from a game, you score 37 points and you win. Part of you says, hell, I'll take that. But we know we have a long way to go. We know we are a work in progress. We know we are a young team. We know, offensively, and most of tonight I don't think was about tactics. The ball just didn't go in. And we can do a few things different. We can do a few things better. We always can improve. This is one of those days where the ball didn't go in the basket.
When you have a game like that, do things start to feed on themselves? And, free throw shooting, Otto takes his eye off the ball. We got out rebounded tonight. It just one thing feeds on another when things just aren't going right with it.
I think it's easy to say that, but that doesn't happen. That shouldn't happen. That can't happen. And so I don't know that was the case. If you're saying that our inability to put the ball in the basket didn't lead to doldrums in other parts of the game, I don't think so. Because I think we were pretty good most of the time on defense. I think we were pretty attentive. Even at the offensive end, when the ball was not going in, we were getting good look. We were getting, for the most part. We had some bad turnovers at the time, but we were getting the looks we wanted from the guys we wanted to get them most of the time.
Early in the second half, you brought Moses in for about 3 minutes, and there was a quick turnover. Would you have done that had Nate been in? Is Nate's absence raising a concern about the front court depth? And we were speaking the other day about looking for a chance to get more experience in your.
So can you answer that again?
I know I'm asking like 18 things in that.
Yeah.
Well, what's your level of concern about your front court depth with Nate being out? What
I don't know that
options do you
Nate's
have?
out first, and
Okay.
so I think
well,
we'll
in
see.
this game, I guess, what options did you have?
No, I thought we were fine. We were talking about our front court. You have the 2 guys sitting next to me that can be
Sure.
front court players, and you have Mikal that's a front court player. You know, if Nate's in there, he's a front court player. Now, that being said, as I told you the other day, you know, we want to find opportunities to get Moses some minutes, to get BJ some minutes, and, you know, both of them got a little bit tonight, but, I mean, we're trying to win games. We're trying to win games, and I think, you know, possibly, I think you, this is like the second time you brought that up, and I think back to, I'm gonna deviate for a second here, the late Skip Prosser.
Sure.
I remember talking to him one day, and he's like, do you let your beat writers come to your practices? And I said, no. And he said, they come to every one. I said, well, Coach, why do you do that? He says, because then they'll stop asking me dumb questions about who I don't put in the game. They see every day in practice what I see every day in practice, and so they know why who's playing is playing.
Sure.
And so we see, I see these guys every day in practice, who does what, and so. You know, that being said, it's easy to sit there and say, but so-and-so might be a gamer. When you put him in the game, he may do something different than you see for 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. I don't think so.
Well, I wasn't so much second guessing your decision making as
You kind of
trying
were, but
to
in a
pose
subtle-
the
in a
question.
subtle-
When
Really
are you
were.
gonna get the chance to get some minutes to?
They get minutes 3 hours a day, don't they?
All right.
Jabril may not be in the front court, but he played some tough minutes for you with Nate out and he's starts in foul trouble. He's talked about his contributions to him.
Is that a GW press pass? Okay. Jabril's Jabril. I mean, Jabril, you know, to say he gave us good minutes is that's expected of him. I mean, he's not one of these guys that has not played. And I mean, I guess we're stuck on front court, back court. He's a player, and so you know he's tall enough, he's physical enough where he can guard bigger guys. Much like these two guys sitting next to me can guard bigger guys or smaller guys, and so he gave us good minutes. But that's what he's better to do. That's what he's supposed to do. He did his job.
Coach, before the game, someone would come to you and say that you would score 37 points and shoot about 36%. What would you think the result of that game would be?
I said I've never been a part of a game like this. I don't think that there's any way, if you just look at the numbers in the stat sheet and say we won the game, before the game I'd say you're crazy. I think it's virtually impossible.
Questions for the players?
For either of you two guys, how was it like going through a game where it seems like nobody can make a shot? How do you kind of maintain your patience as you're going about possession after possession?
I mean, you know, the shots gonna fall. You know, as long as we're taking good shots, I think we don't have problems there. So, you know, we just gotta continue to play.
Is there a difference when it's kind of chippy shots that you feel like you should be making as opposed to just being cold from outside or whatever? Do you get more frustrated in that circumstance?
Well, we just like you want to take it. Well, like Otto was saying, we just gotta. We know they're good shots. We just gotta take our time, keep working on it, and just keep playing through it.
You know, I do want to jump in, and you know, the ball wasn't going in. You know, I started to tell the guys at halftime. I was thinking back to the Georgetown Kentucky game in the Final Four. You know, where you come out for Kentucky came out in the half and you just couldn't put the ball in the basket. And I was like, that was reminding me. I was like, it was the lid on the basket. We just couldn't put it in, no matter how close we were. The ball just couldn't go in. But one thing I think that we did a good job of, and trust me, it's difficult to find too many positives sitting here right now. I may be able to drum up some once I look at the tape. But a lot of times it's easy, particularly for a young team, that when you're not scoring to then not play defense. That when you're not scoring to then not focus and get stops. And so, I mean, one thing as frustrating as an offensive day as I've been a part of, that I can remember being a part of, we still got stops. We still focused on defense. We still came down and got stops. And that's not the worst thing in the world.
Greg and Otto, you guys just did a good job along with Mikal of kind of keeping Stokes out of the game offensively. Can you talk about the game plan in that regard and how you executed it?
Everybody was out of the game offensively.
Well, Stokes was actually 2 for 3, so he only took 3 shots.
I'm sorry, go ahead, guys. Otto, Greg's looking at you on this one.
Well, I mean, during practice, coach said just to crowd them, make them throw it out. We did that today. We crowded them. We kept ball pressure on them. Mikal did a good job of keeping them in front.
And Otto, could you describe that pass, I guess with a few seconds to go? Did it slip through your fingers? I could not see.
I just took my eyes off of it
Yeah.
at the last second, so.
Anything else? Now, I know you said that you hadn't been involved in anything like this, but no one scored the last 4:09 of the game, knowing that Stark's bucket was gonna be probably, was the game winner. How weird, odd, you know, is that for you guys?
Actually, I have been part of a game like this. I think I was 8. Playing with St. Anthony's. Game ended 13-11. Yeah, I had 10. And we won. We won that game too. No, I mean, that's much like one of the questions these gentlemen over here asked. You know, could you anticipate that the basket with whatever, you just said 4 minutes and some change is going to be the game winner? No, absolutely not. Glad it was, I mean, you can sit and joke about it. And, I mean, this isn't us, and this isn't them either. I mean, you know, but we move on, we get better. We got to improve from it. We got to get on to Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.